Welcome,
Well,
and gentlemen, to number 3, the third game of the day here in week 5 of PML. We have the undefeated number 1 seed Jumbos taking on the 4 seed, I believe, right now, Blue Buff Bandits. Tim Simpson, aka Fog of Death, alongside Roasted Oats in this final game of week 3. We were just talking about the previous couple of games. Oats, what are you expecting out of this one tonight?
so this is going to be an interesting one. Jumbo's has been looking very solid so far. Riftwalker's the other undefeated team, but so far they haven't matched up, but Jumbo's has looked very strong. And Blue Buff Bandits have lost some records, but have definitely won some very, very comfortable wins. And so I definitely think they can push Jumbo's to the limits, if nothing else, or at least make a statement of sorts.
For sure. I think a lot of it's going to come down to this 2v2 in the bot lane. Kenta and Purple Unicorn are just, they feel so in sync. Like, I don't know if these guys have been doing for years or what the deal is, but these guys just seem to be sharing a single wavelength when it comes to the brain and their decision making and where to go in and what to do in certain scenarios. So I think Blue Buff Bandits might have their work cut out for him down there. So I'm really interested to see how they kind of handle and just play that 2v2 in the bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like, as we say that, we're getting into draft. Already Ambessa Skarner banned for Blue Buff Bandits and Echo Misfortune for Jumbo so far.
Yeah, I wonder if Skarner's even gotten through in any of the other games aside that week 1 where Purple Unicorn got his OTP. As you see a Cyan ban there on the Blue Buff side, and Zaheen looking like for Jumbos.
That's a lot of top lane, well, except for Skarner, I suppose, in the support position, but a lot of tanks banned by Blue Buff Bandits over there. Versus, yeah, looking like Zaheen is getting hovered. There it is, locked in. So clearly some targeted bans so far, and a Yunara lock-in. Pretty standard AD carry, pretty strong. But not only...
Yunara is... No, not at all. She really just comes online when she gets that one item. As soon as she completes Kraken, then she's one of the best AD carries on a one-item spike in the game. Jumbo's hovering the Maokai there, which could be flexed. You see a lot more in the support role than you do jungle these days, but you never know quite where that goes. And Ezreal hover with the Maokai as well now.
Yeah, that would be an interesting combo. Not one I see often, but not unreasonable. Maybe not a lot of instant kill pressure, but a lot of power in that. Especially skirmishing. And a Fury. Likely for the jungle, would be my guess. Could be mid lane if I don't know Hunter very well.
Yeah,
but
I think Hunter's likes to be on the control mages, so I expect Lux to be in Hunter's hands here. And I think you're right, and a Fury will go to Star Shroud 64 there in the jungle.
Yeah, I can see a Lux going to Perspicaciosity. I believe I've seen it before. They do play it relatively often as the support, but not constantly. A Ziggs hover.
Okay, we see the Ziggs lock in. I imagine that's a counter to the Lux, or at least that's what Jumbos is thinking.
Yeah, it's definitely a mid lane pick, if nothing else.
Right, exactly.
Back into the ban phase, yeah.
Let's see what Jumbos can ban out here. Obviously, I think they're going to try to ban out, I'd imagine, a couple of strong junglers.
Top laners, most likely. If Nefari's going jungle, you probably want to ban out some top laners.
Yeah, oh yes, correct, yeah.
Ban out the Gnar as well. It's a lot of heavy, that's a lot of topside bans from Blue Buff Bandits. They are quite concerned at the power of I still hasn't never learned how to say the name. Siakona?
I was just looking at it. I was waiting for you. I was like, oh, I'm going to go with whatever it says here.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. I'm going to say Siakona, but I might be wrong. Siakona?
We'll call him Siakona for now. We probably should know the master player.
We probably should.
One of the two masters player on the team, but
this might be why they're getting banned out. They are banning Gnar and Bessa Scion are the three most popular, like most picked champions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fiddlesticks ban in the jungle, clearly expecting that Maokai to go support.
Yeah.
Unless the Akona really wants to pull out the secret Maokai locked in Teemo.
Jumbo's getting spicy here. Teemo. So again, it could still be Teemo jungle, or it could be just a blind Teemo top. So they're providing that little bit of variety with that flex pick. I was just like, whoa, we were doing some things there.
Yeah. Looks like a Maokai getting hovered here for the top lane. Just a pretty safe, anything goes. We'll charge at you if need be. Champa. And yeah, that's Maokai locked in.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Malphite there. It's gonna be just really hard to get onto some of these carries on Jumbo's side, and before you're getting poked out anyways. Unless they're just gonna really,
that's a lot of magic damage.
Right. Unless they're really gonna just sink those go buttons with Malphite and a Fury. So Nautilus is gonna get paired up with Yunara.
Another go button as well.
And we'll see where this Teemo's going, or these going topside, or is sneaking his way as the swift scout he is in the jungle.
Just lay some traps on that. Yeah, if they can set up before an objective with Teemo jungle, Ziggs, Ezreal poke, and Maokai ult.
Maokai saplings as well. I mean, it's gonna be
hard. As well. Oh, that's gonna be impossible.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to check some bushes, and there's a little more front line for you.
It looks like it is gonna be most likely a Teemo jungle. I suppose the Nasus could go jungle, but
I mean, it's a free way to get stacks, that's for sure.
True.
But yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's Nasus top, Teemo in the jungle to match the Nefiri, and yeah, we should be this should be exciting one.
No kidding.
I can't wait to get in the game.
No kidding. And I feel it's definitely one of those where if Jumbos can get set up in an objective before Blue Buff Bandits shows up, it's so impossible to walk in there.
Yeah.
Ziggs bomb thrown at you, Ezreal Q poke, Maokai saplings, Teemo shrooms, and the entire time Nasus is just bonking your towers.
Yeah. They really can just slow play objectives with all that zone control on Jumbo's side, and then say, all right, who's going to go match the Nasus?
Because, yeah, especially late game, who matches the Nasus? The Malphite's not going to be able to do it unless he's super strong.
I mean, I think you just have to send multiple members, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Lux, I would say, I would say Lux is your best bet just because of the wave clear. So Nasus isn't on towers for too long.
But then you kind of just rely on Yunara for all your damage in the team fight, unless Neferi can comfortably get on the backline and not get blinded.
Yeah, but again, then you have a Maokai on the opposite side, just point and click CC with that W. So unless Neferi's got to counter with his W, with his invulnerability as well, which I guess will be some really fun kind of interactions to see.
Yeah, it'll be Maokai is very much going to be playing a protect the president kind of style, I would expect. Not very much an engage Maokai, but stand on my Teemo and my Ziggs and my Ezreal and make sure they can't die.
For sure. Yeah, he's gonna try to ramble smash those guys away with this Q. Obviously, point and click with his W, throw out his ult, get the slows with the saplings, get the vision control of the saplings, and kind of let those guys play really, really slow team fights, which again, if they decide to take a team fight, is one thing, but if not, again, they have Nasus, as you mentioned, just bonking towers.
Yep. And on the other side, Blue Buff Bandits, a very heavy engage comp with Yunara Lux in the backline to kind of just try and nuke the enemy team as best they can. Because Malphite Nautilus engaged, and Fury follows up on that with the ult, with the Hound's Pursuit. And then Yunara transcends oneself and ease in. Or uses it to dodge something, likely a Ziggs bomb or an Ezreal Q, but notably, there's not a lot of skill. Well, there's a lot of skill shots on Jumbo's side, but not a lot of CC skill shots. All the CC is pretty point and click.
Correct, yeah. And then even if they do get past the Maokai, if Nasus is in a team fight, it's just one point and click wither, and you're slowed by 96% or whatever that is at
whatever that.
skill level 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and the attack speed's slow as well.
Yeah, which will be a big problem for Yunara.
Yeah. But yeah, if blue buff bandits though can get ahead, if Neferi can get really strong, Ezreal struggles to escape a Neferi even as slippery as he is, unless he can time the E right or the arcane shift right. Lux can just nuke people, obviously it's Lux, and if Malphite is hard enough to kill, if he's strong enough to be hard to kill, then he can actually take the poke to an extent.
Yeah, for sure. I think if I'm blue buff bandits, my game plan going in here is to just try to gank bot lane over and over again. I'm gonna be telling my Nautilus CNR we need to just keep vision clear in the river and in Tribrush, because as a Neferi, I want to be into Ezreal's behind and Maokai's behind to kind of allow this Yunara to accelerate, so you're not getting drowned out by all that poke in late game.
Yeah. And you don't really... Malphite Neferi is not a great killer of Nasus. So it's going to be hard to dive top, especially post 6, even with Malphite ult, unless Nasus is already poked down a bit. Unless Neferi is super strong, just doesn't have the damage, really.
Is there any world you see Malphite just going AP here? And just say, I'm just going to
have a Nautilus. I suppose you have a tank, but...
Right? If you can just ult in and just one-shot a Ziggs or a Teemo that are very mobile anyways...
Yeah, I mean, if you... Yeah, I can see it. If you go AP Malphite, you're going... I'm going to not kill Nasus ever, but I have a Yunara for that. And so as long as my Nautilus is peeling the Nasus off the Yunara, Malphite can just kind of one-shot Ziggs or one-shot Teemo, or even one-shot Ezreal if he arcane shifts in a poor timing. And then, that's a lot of the damage down if you can hit, especially if you can hit multiple. And with Neferi diving alongside, you can just shred them, but...
I mean, because for the most part, they're pretty squishy. I mean, Teemo, Ziggs, Ezreal, right? And Maokai, I mean, not the tankiest support by any means, obviously, depending on what the build is, too. I mean, that champ can go a little more utility, which he might do. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Bandle Pipes is good as the support in this case, because you got an Ezreal who likes attack speed, no doubt, but a lot of that damage is in the QW.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
Ziggs, of course, and you got Teemo, who Teemo likes attack speed, but because utility Maokai is usually, Bandle Pipes, Trailblazer, and all that, but is that useful in this? You might just want a full tank Maokai.
I think you would. I think you
Because otherwise you don't have much of a front line other than Nasus, who kind of want to be split pushing. But while I say that, looks like we might be getting into game.
And here we are. So standard kind of fan out. Looks like both teams kind of just hold the entrances. I don't expect a lot of wacky cheese. You never do with the new minion spawn timer. It's kind of a real bummer. Teams used to get really creative in those level 1s, and now it's just bot kind of walks down. If you can get a ward into Raptors, great. Nautilus getting pushed off a little bit. Oh, both skill shots missed there.
Yeah, no, Bramble Smash just kind of whiffing there. But Perspicacity, keeping an eye, making some emotes. Well, Dead Robots used half the mana. Classic Malphite moment.
Right. 2 Qs. Nasus did get the ward down in the blue buff, so they are going to know the tracking of this Neferi a little bit.
Yeah, you can already see the pings coming down as Neferi starts on blue buff. Looks like Aaron Loaf is going to be doing the same thing, starting on top side. Both of them pathing towards bot lane, which makes a lot of sense with these top laners.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, otherwise, it's going to be a fairly calm, I would expect, top lane side. Bit of a poke battle in the mid lane between Hunter and Hardstucker. And then, what do you expect the push to be like in the bot lane there?
I kind of expect Ezreal to just have that, just because fishing with Q is a lot more proficient in kind of getting that push and getting some damage down, pushing an enemy off the wave. So you see some heavy trading in the top side. Dead Robots is pretty much here, as we're not even 2 minutes into this one now.
Yeah, no, just kind of whacking each other. It's a question of, does Siakona have any kill pressure on that, but definitely getting poked out a bit here.
I don't think so. I think he's okay to just kind of take...
Oh, looks like we have
fighting in the bot lane. Analysis hits a good hook. It's another root on the passive, but he's going low. Kenta trying to trade. East forward, takes the first blood. And do they find two? They do. Yunara nearly trades out the Ezreal, but can't instead. And now they're going to get a quick push in this wave, crash a massive wave, and it's quickly 2-0 Jumbos.
Yeah, and that is a rough wave to crash. That is a massive cannon wave to lose there. And yeah, we can just pan it over and just see like the amount of minions are getting lost here. That is rough for the bot lane of blue buff bandits.
Yeah, so Yunara is already down in CS, and she's going to be down in so much experience this 2v2 is. We kind of talked about, if Kenta and Ezreal can kind of get that push and start landing those Qs, they can be aggressive. And it was actually blue buff bandits, so it was one that ended up being the aggressor, and Nautilus hooks in, but just they don't have the damage really at that level 2 spot.
Yeah, it's Ezreal damage is pretty strong if he can hit his skill shots. He blasts through, and I'm noting Aaron Loaf here quite a bit faster clear than Neferi, than Starstro, and so is able to double crab. Get both, and probably reset after this, unless he's doing a sneaky little... Yep, just checking out what's going on the blue side. And then I'm going to move forward.
And that gives a lot of freedom as a Nasus in the top lane. When your jungler can double scuttle, be top side, you don't have to worry about getting ganked early. As he's been doing a good job trading that health bar, though, I must say. The Nasus into the Malphite matchup has been kind of a bonk fest. They've been just trading recklessly, I might add.
No kidding. And a slight advantage in the CS at this point for Siakona with that bonk fest. The waves crashing a little bit, so it should even out a bit. It looks like Starstro's going in for a little something, but those awards, Siakona sees it coming, and we'll just reset and back off.
And this is a good job by Jumbos. They got... Oh, there's a hook in by Nautilus as they're trying to break this freeze, do whatever they can. Nautilus gets sent back, gets the passive onto the Ezreal. I think that was kind of best case scenario if you're blue buff bandits. That wave was stuck under the tower. He hooks in again. My goodness. Slow again, but that Nautilus health bar is just getting depleted as he goes down for the second death for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He also got hit with double saplings on the way out, which did not help his case for that health bar.
So now it's going to be really hard for Yunara to farm this wave under tower. Ezreal Q is coming out.
Malphite saplings,
yeah, Malphite taking a quick reset here, trying to get back for this wave, I think.
Looks like Kenta took a turret shot, but doesn't matter too much. Just going to back off, reset. Notably, both AD carries still have Flash Barrier at this point. And so do both supports have Flash, and their Summoner spell is... Probably Unicorn's heal is coming up in a couple seconds now.
Yeah. Nautilus used Ignite in that first fight, but obviously they weren't able to find the kill. And both junglers just power clearing at the moment. They haven't really shown up in a lane at all. Teemo gave a quick flyby in mid lane. Lux basically waved him on by, but besides that, not so active in either side of these junglers. We might see something here. Lux binding misses. E also comes up short, and if Fury wants to go in, they all of a sudden don't have numbers. Ziggs gets chunked out. Malphite goes in. Hunter has to use his flash. Ziggs Inferno Bomb comes down. Lux all trades good damage back. Aaron low, and Nautilus down for his third time. Gray screen simulator for the Nautilus in this game.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. That was a beautiful double binding into ult from Hunter, but just not quite enough damage, and it looks like Starstro's poking around, but there's more than enough vision, more than enough... Oh, never mind.
He wants to go in. It is low. Teemo gets a smite. Starstro wastes flash regardless, and Jumbo's just accelerating this lead. They're up 3K now.
Yeah, that was a rough. It was an attempt, but it's so hard to do that. And wow, that hook hits.
That was an aggressive Hex Flash. I mean, there's 10 minions right there. Prexley does not care, though. He sees a hook. He likes it.
He sure does. The hook's back in. Bramble Smash, blind. And Kento's just poking down this bot lane turret.
I think if I'm Chris here, I'm just like, can you calm down? I'm just trying to farm this huge wave and get some gold back in my pocket here.
Yeah, notably, I will say, even after all of that, Chris is up a couple minions.
Yeah,
a slight CS advantage. Definitely not a gold advantage, but a CS advantage, which you take if you're that far behind.
Absolutely. Yeah, any sort of advantage you can get. This little Hunter poke there on Hunter is Dead Robot trying to crash this. See if we can get the plate proc. I think he did. Oh, we might have some fighting on the top side again. As Hex Flash in again. They're going to go on the Ezreal. Yunara comes through. Big Q and barrier as once again Ezreal picks up his third kill. Not looking to, to try to trade one out. But he just does not have the damage in that one.
Yeah, notably, it looked like a gank in the mid lane after a quick Raptor steal from Starstro, but good old little Satchel and Heartstuck will get out.
And there was some fighting in that top lane. Malphite, I think, had to ult out. Nasus used Ghost in that manner. But we've had constant fighting in the bot lane. We can't pan away from Macau's doing his best job to keep all the action in front of us, but it's non-stop right now.
Yeah, and you can see clearly Kento's feeling pretty strong with the advantage. Just straight bot into Ionian Boots of Lucidity just to get more abilities off in every single fight, and Spellblade obviously as well as Cull. Just getting all the pieces ready for this fight.
Yeah, I like the rusted Lucidity Boots as Nautilus has got to be aggressive with these hooks every single time, as it looks like they're going to turn on Yunara here. She's got to be careful. I don't think they can tank, and this is a dead ADC. This time they're going to turn it over to Aaron Loaf, and Teemo gets another Dark Harvest proc as he lays a few mushrooms down as he exits the bot
just
side.
Throws it into the mid lane just to say, here, some presents. And it's looking pretty rough for blue buff bandits at the moment. Top lane is still pretty even, back and forth. Nothing too exciting yet, but that's about what you expect between these two, unless something crazy happens from a jungler side. But there's some good warding from both sides here, and nothing too crazy. I would expect more ganks from the Neferi than the Teemo, but it's just hard to gank, and never mind, there is a quick...
Yeah, there's some fighting on the top lane. Dead Robot's going back into Neferi. Does he have the damage? He gets bonked.
Oh my god.
Nasus getting the lifesteal on the Neferi. Withers him out, and here comes the Teemo for the cleanup. My goodness, that was a good 2v2 topside for Jumbos on the counter gank. Just when Blue Buff Bandits thought they had something. It's so hard to kill a Susan.
Yeah, no, that is... Okay, there's even more fighting from Hunter here. Flash in.
Oh, Lux trying to trade something. They trade flashes as Maokai almost does disservice to his mid laner Hardstucker and sends the Lux towards him at such low HP. Oh wow, they get the barrier. Save.
Yeah, during that time, Aaron Loaf is just clearing 20 CS up at this point, gets another Scuttle Crab, gets the Void Grubs, has the Dragon. It's really easy to play for Aaron right now, because most of his lanes are either even or winning enough. And yeah, I mean, this is just really rough for the bot lane.
They get the slow on the Teemo Shroom. Dark Harvest procs. And then it's just easy pickings. Ezreal gets to land a few more Qs here as we see some fighting on the top side. I don't expect Dead Robots to go down, but holy cow, that Wither is just overpowered. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an insane amount of damage for each Q. Nasus always surprises me with quite how much damage that guy can pull out. And even fairly early in like the mid game, he just starts bonking. And if he's farming well, Yeah, no, you're just getting bonked. And yeah,
Right.
Dead Robot's coming back in, but like Dead Robots just doesn't have any damage with which to trade back at this point. Maybe I
No,
lied.
he's I mean, he's doing his best, but Nasus doesn't really care about this. He's just got to trade.
Yeah, Wither.
Wither comes out, alt, and now he's dead. Ghost comes out and Dead Robots. I think even with that alt, he's not going to be able to make it as Yunar is low again. Teemo just outside of turret range. Actually, I think he did take a turret shot there.
Yeah, looks like it. Good hook from Perspicaciosity to make sure that Chris doesn't take another chunk of damage from Teemo, but question of are they going to try and dive? Oh, another Q hits.
Ezreal Q going crazy. Kenta 182ing down here says, "Yeah, I'm fine. You guys can go roam, do some OBJs, and I'm okay at this point." He's got some Teemo shrooms in his back pocket. If I am Blue Buff Bandits, and I do this all the time, anytime there's a Teemo in my game, I'm pinging to my solo queue teammates, get some sweepers. There's shrooms everywhere. As Nasus takes down, we got to dive on the bot side. It's a point-and-click W. Is everyone going down? Hunter trades one back as Blue Buff Bandits gets their first kill of the game.
Yeah, good solo kill from Hunter there with getting the binding, getting the... There was clearly some poke out happening before, but gets the binding, gets the ult. Final spark. But, I mean, look at this bot lane. What does Chris do? And anytime he walks up, he gets hit with a Q poke and loses a third of his health bar.
And they just have such good zone control for this Ezreal to kind of walk around. If Fury might be in some trouble after burn the flash, gets the Maokai ult anyways. Bramble Smash goes back, and Nautilus Hook just goes wide.
Yeah, Kenta goes godlike. Hits with the Cosmic... Not the Cosmic Binding, it's the Light Binding. Oh, but Curse Gassiata, it's just so squishy. They have so much damage. And it's so hard to play for Blue Buff Bandits at this point with this much of a gold deficit.
Yeah, Chris gets out at 1 HP, but that's not the consolation prize you want to hear at your tier 2 at 14 minutes. The zone control is just so good, though. I mean, there's Teemo shrooms everywhere. Dead Robots trying to go in, trade something on Ziggs. With the slows and the satchel, should be okay, I believe. Flash isn't up yet. Gets a slow. Dead Robots on a hard chase, but now here comes the cavalry. Maokai root in, and it's just another easy pickings over to Aaron Loaf. Dark Harvest procs must be going hard on that Teemo.
No kidding. And 10-stack Darkseal on top of that, and it's just... At this point, it's really hard because... Well, for Dead Robots, he just doesn't have the damage to kill the Ziggs fast enough before someone else can rotate. There's always going to be time at this point in the game for someone else to rotate to be able to save them, and you definitely don't win the 2v1, and having gone mid to try and do that, Siakona got a free top lane and is just bonking down the turret. That's going to be the entire turret, I think. No, not quite. Getting ganked here.
I think he's got to trade it, though.
No, gets the turret.
And now he's got a Wither and just walk out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another free stack from
easy walk out.
Yeah. Oh, nope.
The Fury's trying to go in. I don't think you have the damage. Another Wither. He's got Ghost. Oh, what was that? Spaghetti Code Riot? Hello? They're just full sending the Nasus. Why not?
Yeah,
you gotta trade something.
Everyone there. You just gotta keep the distance is the issue because his Qs are going to be one-shotting someone.
The lifesteal going crazy. They're committing so much. Look at this chase. Oh my goodness.
It's not enough.
Susan, it's not real life. It's just tragedy for Blue Buff Bandits. They're down 12k in gold. It's 17-1 on the scoreboard. It's going all Jumbo's way right now.
Yeah, Heartsucker is a Ziggs, and so took the entire bot lane tier 2. Kenta takes solo gold, almost. Purple Unicorn shows up to steal a bit of it. Solo gold for most of the plates of the mid lane tier 1. And then, like, 4 people were chasing topside, and they just couldn't quite catch. Just Ghost Nasus is a bit too fast with Wither.
Yeah, the Wither, the Ghost, it's just, you know, he healed so much with the lifesteal, getting a couple of those Qs, you know, as they had 4 people on top of him. And, yeah, it's just really tragic. But look at the map, though. Look at how deep that vision line is. And I guess when you're up 5 turrets to none and you're up 12k gold, you can push your vision line that far. But, my lord, it is really dark on the side of Blue Buff Bandits right now.
Yeah, and I think so far every objective has gone to Jumbo. So far, they're not getting perfect gamed. Hunter saved it from that with a solid solo kill. That is a lot of mushrooms. A solid solo kill in the mid lane on Hardstalker, but I mean, like at this point, how do you get vision for blue buff bandits? Because everywhere you walk, as many people as possible in the Oracle lens, but everywhere you walk, you're getting Teemo shrinked, and then Teemo shrinked.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the trinkets. They're kind of griefing themselves. They have one red trinket.
Yeah.
One red trinket. Teemo has Malignance. He's 2 items. He has a lot of haste. He's just dropping them willy-nilly at this point. I mean, look at that mid lane.
Yeah,
they're going to try to send
they're
it.
chasing here, and they're all going to get. They're going to be spending the entire time getting blasted by Ziggs bombs.
So much damage coming down. Root lands on multiple people for Pooper Unicorn. Let's see if he can get the point and click. He does, which kind of desyncs the Ezreal, but flashing out into Fury. Are they really going to chase? Oh, here's Teemo. Another just pick up on the other side.
And again, the issue is Hardstuck is strong enough, is ahead enough to be able to buy early Seekers. And is able to just survive that.
Yeah, Seekers and then the Ezreal EOA. It's just so hard to get an Ezreal if you can't kind of bait out his Arcane Shift. Just Nautilus looking to clear midway best he can here. Is Susan's got a 1v3 down here.
Yeah, and just, I mean, he's taking damage, but Kenta's moving in. And Siokona lifesteal, Nasa's lifesteal here. He just took the solo turret bot lane the entire time, and oh, he's been rooted, light binding.
He may go down. Teammates aren't arriving. Maokai, they're just going to leave him, I think, and he goes down. Shut down for than a Fury.
Yeah, if
Starshark gets on the board.
Starshark probably gets the reset ult and dives on Kenta, but Hook just barely misses, so just got to clear some waves, catch back up.
Just a little bit of an oversight that time by Jumbos. I mean, Maokai's half HP, half mana. Ziggs had no mana. That guy was for about 30 seconds as Nas was fighting that whole time. So there really wasn't much to do. They were just kind of flex their gold lead. It's another Shroom just gets Starstroke. I mean, what's that? 60% HP he's got left for one Shroom?
Yeah, and there's like he can get some healing, and then he's gonna walk more into his jungle and eat another Shroom, and like there's a Shroom there. There isn't a Shroom in that bush, but glow at the vision there. But there's another Shroom ahead of him, and then another Shroom before Dragon Pit, and these all are just everywhere. It is so impossible to walk through the jungle right now.
So they're trying to set up. They're gonna swing Nasus down to the spot side. Is Baron's gonna be spawning in 20 seconds now.
Yeah, they're just gonna set this up. They have Teemo Shrooms. They're more than strong enough. They can just start this on spawn. They're a 15k gold lead. They can just if they want to, they can just start Baron the moment it spawns, and with Siokona having so much pressure as he does bot lane. Oh, looks like they're going to be pushing top. They've dropped the Herald. So it looks like they're dropping the Herald, ready to push in a little bit more. Oh, Perspicaciosity goes in, but
yeah, goes wide. Neferi diving the back line onto Aaron Loaf. Nautilus all as well for the knockout. Megaphone and Burn just goes down. So much damage on Chris. And here's Nasus. Front line damage coming down. Ezreal shifts in. They trade out Chris again. Yunara dies for the 6th time in this game. It's inhibitor after inhibitor, and now they're just going to push for the end.
Yeah,
no chance. Sorry, go ahead, Oat.
No, yeah. Two of the main damage dealers are dead. Hunter's not able to do anything. Perspicaciosity is alive, but he's about to be down. Dead Robot's almost dead as well. Hunter gets a final spark, but yeah, that's that. A dominant victory from...
Is it a Dancing Shelly?
Yeah, did they get the
Oh, look at the Tokyo Drift is going wild.
Tokyo Drift for the Dancing Shelly.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I did not expect that game to go that hard, but they really just accelerated that 2v2 in the bot lane. Kenta got it going, and then it was just zone control, honestly.
Yeah, no, that was a dominant performance from Jumbos. They really just, once they got that advantage, they just kept pushing it. There was, Perspicaciosity was going for some hooks, but at a certain point, those hooks were just leading to more deaths, and then Jumbos just took that and accelerated it into Narnia.
Yeah, there really was not a hook that Nautilus did not like. Some of the, those early ones were good. He's catching them out. He's trying to trade something back, especially when they're being aggressive around turret. Maybe you catch one in turret range, you trade one back, go from there. But after that, it was just all jumbos. They just accelerated their lead so well. They died twice in that game, and just it was just a really clean game, top to bottom. I mean, all lanes won. Timo was just controlling the Drungo. His tempo, as you mentioned, he was just power farming, double scuttling the Nefiri off the gate, and just he was getting everything on the map. He really was. He was getting the objectives early, setting up the shrooms, setting up just total chaos for.
It was the issue. It was the issue we expected coming into coming into the game to an extent, looking at the team comps, because once Jumbos got ahead, their sheer zone control was unparalleled. No one could walk in. First Graciosity, Nautilus couldn't walk in. He got one shot. Malphite could ult in if he wanted, but there's no damage. You can't kill any of them, and so your ult doesn't just get you in there, and then you're dead. There was just no way for Blue Buff Bandits to survive once they tried to go in, and Jumbos could just push them out and just suffocate them in their jungle. Starstroke tried to walk into his jungle to do any farming past 15 minutes. What farming could Starstroke do?
Yeah,
walk in, take 3 Teemo shrooms. Most of your jungle is already gone.
And then base.
And be sad about it, yeah.
Yeah. Just an absolute bloodbath by Jumbos, and that's kind of what they've just been showing, honestly, all season long. That this is one of the best teams in the league. Again, we have yet to see them and Rift Walkers face off. I don't know if that's next week or not, or if it's week 7. I kind of hope it's week 7, just so it's like the final big shebang of the split here in the regular season. But good effort to both teams. Blue Buff Bandits, they never gave up. They kept trying things despite the massive gold lead, and it just didn't work out in their favor. And that's sometimes League of Legends for you. So
no, absolutely. And if nothing else, I will give Blue Buff Bandits that they really they did not give up that game. They kept trying for things. They kept going in on things. They got some catches when Siakona overstayed a bit and didn't have any allies. They went all in on that. That was the unfortunate chase top lane, but they kept going for it, and they got some shutdowns for it. In a closer game, potentially those could have made a difference, but unfortunately.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for us. Week 5 is in the books. I keep saying week 3. Game 3 of week 5 is in the books. We'll see you guys back here for week 6 Monday, 6 p.m. Central. First game is underway. And any final thoughts, Oats?
I don't think so. I think good games from both teams, and good games from all the teams this week. Can't wait to see what you guys are setting up next week.